we are going to make, so as everybody knows, we got a trip. Oh, what's going on? Hey guys, on Facebook, I got you on here. Everybody knows that Terry and I are getting ready to go on a trip, so I got a lot of packing to do today, so I figured I would just get on here and hi Tanya. Hi Mama, how are ya? I'm going to get on here and I'm going to make a pizza today because I got a lot of packing to do. So I just wanted to get on here and do something easy. If that is my mom, I just got another one of your beds. Hey Mama, I sent a box to Bobby and Tanya's for you. So they'll bring it to you whenever it comes in, okay? Anyhow, I'm gonna make a pizza, and it's a simple recipe. I've used the recipe before, and oh Tanya, I saw my mom on here. Jackie Dowd too. Oh yes, this is your mom. Hey Mom, I can't believe my mom's on TikTok, Tanya. Anyhow, I'm gonna make a pizza dough. It's a simple dough. I was actually talking to my sister-in-law and I told her, I'll talk to you when I get my stuff prepared. So here we go. So you need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to put that into the bowl. And you can mix this by hand if you want to mix it by hand. Let me turn you guys a little bit. You guys can mix this by hand if you don't have a mixer. Like my grandma used to do in the old days, you get the hand going. You can do that. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to use my mixer. So I'm going to put 2 cups of all-purpose flour into my mixing bowl. Okay. And then we're going to need a tablespoon of baking soda. So let's get that. So we need a tablespoon of baking. Oh wait, that's powder. Oh, it's a good thing I looked. We need a tablespoon of baking soda. I'm always used to grabbing that baking powder. 1 tablespoon, guys. Make sure you level it off. You don't want more than that because this will add baking soda and baking powder will add extra salt to your ingredients, so you don't want more than what it calls for. So 1 tablespoon of that. In the bowl it goes. A teaspoon of salt. Once again, with your salt, make sure it's level. You don't want more than what it calls for. And then you need a tablespoon of olive oil. I got that right here in my jug. So I'm going to go over and pour this in. Okay. And then you're going to need 3/4 cups of cool water. Not cold, but cool. Okay, so I have that here. It's going in. And then we need, now seasonings, you can do whatever you want to do. I am going to do Italian seasoning and garlic powder. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of each in. Now we're from the South and we like our Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay is everything down here. So I am going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to shake it. So right here's the Old Bay. I keep it right next to my stove. We use it for everything. And then you just turn your mixer on and let that knead. And while that's kneading, we'll put this stuff up out of the way. So usually I would just do this on a round pizza pan, but I'm going to do it on a half a sheet pan today, because we're going to do half and half. And I'm going to get a wipe out, trying to keep this area clean. Anyhow, I'm going to do half and half. My husband does not like onions. And my son and I do like onions, so I'll just keep it. We'll do half and half. And it's easy. On a half sheet pan, you get more. I don't have to make 2 rounds. It's a one-stop shop today. So we're just going to let that mix on the mixing bowl. I'm going to dry this and let it air dry a little bit. I had so many people asking me yesterday when I got off about my grater plate, where to get it and how to get it. And so I guess a lot of people like that grater plate. Now, you need your oven on 450, and it will bake anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. So, and if my mom's still on here, you will not be able to call me and tell me you got your box when you do get it, because your son and I are going on a vacation. So, when you get it, just enjoy it. That's it. So, we're going to need a floured surface. Let me get some flour. Let me speed this up a little bit, guys. It's not mixing up the way I want it, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to get our hands in there and get it done. I'm going to take my rings off. I got the oven preheating to 400. I'm just going to get in here and do it. We'll do it the old-fashioned way, the way my grandma said. Get your hands in there. Now, if this dough feels too dry, you might need to add a tablespoon of water, or you can add a tablespoon of olive oil into it. If it's too wet, do a tablespoon of... if it's too wet, add a tablespoon of flour. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. So I'm gonna put this on my counter, and I'm gonna keep, and the trick of this is you want it, I'm gonna scrape all this off here. You want it to where it's not sticking to your hands. So we're gonna work that in. We're going to work this in, and see, I can see. So we just need to keep working it in. Just keep kneading it. Hi guys. So just keep kneading your dough. The trick is you don't want it sticking to your hands. That's the trick. And then you're going to go along and pick up your... I'll tell you, whoever came up with these granite countertops and these countertops, they are like the bomb. Because you can just do everything you want as long as your surface is clean. You can just rock and roll with it. Okay, let's get all this stuff. That way we have all our ingredients in our pizza dough. Not too shabby. So just keep mixing. If it feels a little tough to you, add a little bit of olive oil. The chat's going fast. Hi, guys. All right. So there's your pizza dough. So now we're going to, now this is a little tougher than some pizza doughs that have yeast. Yeast pizza doughs, you need to let them rise, and this does not have any yeast in it, but it does have baking soda in it. So it is going to rise some, but not like it would if you had yeast in it. But for us, when we want to make a quick dough, this is it. This is the dough. And like I said, I have so much to do getting ready for this trip. I just wanted to get on here and do something that I knew that I'd be able to. So I'm going to just start rolling this out. Get my rolling pin. Okay, let's get that out of the way. You guys know I'm a stacker. Okay, so let's just start getting some of it rolled. Try to keep it as uniform as I can. And you need some muscles for this part. Hi, Gigi. Definitely need muscles for this. I didn't know what I wanted to do today, and my husband's like, well, you can either make pizza or pierogies. I thought about making pierogies because we haven't had those in a long time. And if you're from Pennsylvania, you know there's nothing like a homemade pierogi. They even have pierogi pizzas out in Pennsylvania. So I'm trying to get it as long as my half sheet pan is. And then we're going to start rolling it the other way. I'm going to get some more flour here. But I don't know, can you guys see the seasonings in the dough? So I have Italian seasoning and garlic powder in my dough. And my husband and I, we used to own a pizza shop and bakery. So... But he was the dough maker. He was the dough maker. And if there's anybody on here that is from our hometown, Indiana, PA, they know for sure that he was the dough maker. He made the best cinnamon rolls. People would come forever for our cinnamon rolls. So... my granddaughter, we have twin granddaughters, and my one granddaughter was here a couple of weeks ago, and we had made cinnamon rolls, and she said, Pap, did you write that recipe down, or is it in your head? And he said, it's in my head. And she said, well, you better write it down because you know what happens to old people. And he said, what happens to old people? And she said, one, they get old and they can't remember. Or two, they die. So you better write that recipe down. So he needs to, she's the only one that's really asked for it. a couple times. So I definitely need to write that recipe down and put it in the strong box. So someday when we're not on this wonderful earth, she can have her Pap's recipe because she asked for it. So this, as you can tell, this is going to be a thin crust. It's real pliable. See it? I'm not good at tossing and turning. So we are making homemade pizza. So the recipe is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of olive oil, 3/4 cups of water, and whatever seasonings you want to put in it. I put a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then you want your oven on 400, and you're going to bake it 15 to 20 minutes. I won't keep you guys on here like I did yesterday while it's baking. I'll jump back on after it's done baking and show you guys what it looks like. But it's a real pliable dough. Once you first start rolling it out, it'll feel a little thick. If you make your dough and it's too wet, add a tablespoon of flour at a time. Don't get it too much. And if it's too wet, add flour. If it's too dry, add a little bit of olive oil. Okay, so we're going to see if this fits. I think it'll fit. If it doesn't, we're going to take it back off and re-roll. Nope, that looks pretty good. I think I want it just a little smidgen more, and that'll be it. So as you can see, it's a real pliable dough. It's not a dough that you have to mix and wait and wait. So I'm just going to roll a little bit more. And this is what we're going to have for dinner tonight. This way it's done. And when my husband's ready to eat, he can just eat. All right. So if I put my dough over here, you can see the seasonings in it. Can you see that? So I put Italian and garlic. All right. I think that looks pretty doggone good. So, all right. I have my sauce already in it. So we make sauce. I'll do that someday on here, but I already got my sauce ready here. So, oh, tomatoes, yum. So we're just gonna sauce this up. And if you were on here earlier, I'm doing a half sheet because I don't want to have to make 2. And my husband doesn't like onions, but I do. So we're just going to do half and half. And that's how we're going to roll with it today. Okay. So I browned some sausage. This is... You can do whatever you want to do. This is hot Tennessee Pride hot sausage. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that name or not, but sorry, I'm not. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on. I hope it's not like fiery hot. It might be, I don't know. I hope not. Let me get a paper towel. Alright. I hope it's not super hot, but I guess we'll find out. And then I have peppers and onions cut up already. So I'm going to put the onions on this side. I don't know how many my son will like, but it is what it is. And then we're going to do some peppers on the whole thing. I'm not going to put very many on my husband's side. He's more of a plain. He'll eat pepperoni, he'll eat sausage, he'll eat bacon, stuff like that. But he's not like a real veggie kind of person. And then I'm going to put some pepperoni on. Hello, guys. I had some salami, but I think they ate it all, so I'm going to put more sausage on his side, or not sausage, but pepperoni on his side than on my side. I'm going to really line him up. So, yeah, if you guys make this recipe, it's real simple. It's easy. I mean, there's not very many ingredients on it. I sure hope this sausage isn't, like, really hot. And then I'm going to do the cheeses. You can do whatever you want. I got flaky Parmigiana, and I got mozzarella. So... one day I'll get on here and we'll make strombolis. We'll do some fried strombolis. My grandkids love those. They absolutely love them. And then I have some flake Parmesan, so we're going to put that on. You got to have Parmesan, right? You got to have it. My husband is Italian, and he loves Italian food. He loves Italian food. Okay, and that's it, guys. How simple is that? I will have dinner ready, and they can just, they can put it back on themselves and warm it up. So there's our pizza. So we'll go over the pizza crust one more time. Let me stick this in. Alexa, set the timer for 25 minutes. I'm going to go 25, guys.
Starting now.
It says 15 to 20, but I'm going 25. I know my oven. Okay, so for the pizza crust, you need 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. Make sure those are level. You don't want extra because it'll taste super salty. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, use oil. If you have avocado, use avocado. Whatever you choose. 3/4 cups of water. And then whatever seasonings you want in. I put a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a teaspoon of garlic powder, and those are my seasonings. So you bake it 15 to 20 minutes. Top it with whatever you want to top it with. I'm going to put mine in for 25 only because I know my oven. So I hope you guys try this. I think you'll like it. And who doesn't like pizza, right? I mean, even if it's cheese, who doesn't like pizza? Everybody likes pizza. Anybody I know likes pizza. So I hope you guys all have a good day. I will jump on, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. So I'll be on here Thursday and Friday, and then we're going to be peace out for 6 days. I'll try to take some videos or whatever if I can. And we'll see you guys then. But I'll be on the next 2 days, and then I won't see you for 6. So I hope to talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye, Facebook.